Well, howdy there, Internet people, it's Belle again. So today, we're going to talk about U.S. nukes in the UK and sharing. News has come out that the UK is purchasing a squadron of F-35As. They will reportedly be stationed at RAF Marham in Norfolk. A NATO country purchasing F-35s is hardly news, but the reason they're being purchased is the British government described the move as, quote, the biggest strengthening of the UK's nuclear posture in a generation. This means the UK is going to have nuclear weapons deployable by air. That's a capability the UK hasn't had since about 1998. Right now, British nuclear capability is based on submarines. The British government saying that it's a strengthening is a unique word choice. It's not just a strengthening. It's a shift back to a posture that the UK abandoned in the 90s after the Soviet Union collapsed. For the last quarter century, the UK's nuclear posture was one of solely deterrence. The nukes are submarine-based, and deploying them is really reserved for nightmare scenarios. However, air-deployable nukes of the type that are likely to be paired with the new F-35s are smaller. The B-61 is relatively small in comparison, with one of the variants being only about a third of a kiloton. To put that into perspective, that's a device that would take out several city blocks. The sub-launched weapon, on the other hand, is a city destroyer. If you want to visualize using your own town, you can check out nukesecrecy.com/nukemap. So, what does a smaller yield really mean? They're what are called battlefield nukes, which means there's a higher likelihood of use because there's a theory that you can open Pandora's box a little bit. The most likely scenario is in a hypothetical battle against Russian forces in Europe. So, where will the UK get nukes? Well, they'll borrow US nukes. That sounds weird, but the U.S. shares nukes with NATO members, and has since the Cold War. Officially, the last U.S. nukes left the UK in 2008. It looks like they'll be returning and becoming part of the UK's military posture. This is likely to lead to some discontent in the UK. U.S. nukes being present has previously been a source of tension and protests. The UK's return to a Cold War-style nuclear posture is coming on the heels of Europe coming to the conclusion that the US is unreliable as a security partner. Therefore, they'll start building more and more of their own capabilities. Even though this is based around US nuclear capabilities, it's likely the first of many moves designed to create a more independent nuclear shield for Europe. Each one of those moves makes the United States weaker and less influential on the international stage. Ironically, the Americans supporting the move are those who like to pretend they want a more powerful U.S. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.